If you have been asking the universe for a sign, stop scrolling for a moment. What if the confirmation you've been waiting for is already on its way? What if this video appears in your life at the exact moment you needed it? The truth is, something is shifting behind the scenes right now. A sign is approaching, and when it arrives, you won't be able to ignore it. You are guided here for a reason. Out of all the videos, all the messages, and all the distractions surrounding you today, something brought you here. This is not a coincidence. The universe wants you to know that there are moments in life when everything seems quiet on the surface, yet beneath that silence, powerful forces are moving. Right now, you may feel like nothing is changing. You may feel like the answers you have been seeking are still out of reach, but something is already moving behind the scenes. Even if you cannot see it yet, even if there's no evidence in front of you, a shift has already begun. For some time now, you may have been asking for clarity. You may have been searching for confirmation that you are on the right path. Maybe you have felt uncertain about the future. Maybe you have wondered whether your efforts, your prayers, and your hopes have been heard. The universe wants you to know that every thought, every silent question, and every wish carried in your heart has been received. Nothing has gone unnoticed. There is a reason why this message has found its way to you today. There is a reason why these words feel different. You were guided here for a reason. The sign is closer than you think. Most people imagine that signs arrive in dramatic ways. They expect the sky to open, a miracle to appear, or an undeniable event to instantly answer every question. But the universe often communicates through subtler paths. It speaks through synchronicities. It speaks through repetition. It speaks through moments that seem ordinary until you realize they happened at exactly the right time. Have you noticed certain numbers appearing again and again? Have you found yourself hearing the same message from different places? Have certain words, songs, dreams, or symbols been following you lately? This is not a coincidence. These small patterns are reminders that you are connected to something much greater than what you can currently see. Something is already moving behind the scenes. Right now, pieces are aligning in ways you do not yet understand. Conversations are happening. Opportunities are forming. Paths are crossing. Doors are preparing to open. You may feel as though your life has been standing still, but unseen movement is taking place. Think about a seed planted deep beneath the soil. For weeks, it appears as if nothing is happening. Yet underneath the surface, roots are growing, strength is building, and life is preparing itself for the moment it finally breaks through. Your situation is no different. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress is not happening. The universe wants you to know that delays are not always denials. Sometimes what appears to be a setback is actually protection. Sometimes a door closes because a better one is waiting ahead. Sometimes plans fall apart because they were never meant to carry you where your soul is trying to go. Looking back on your life, there were probably moments that felt disappointing at the time, but later revealed themselves as blessings. There were situations you wished had worked out differently, only to realize much later that things unfolded exactly as they needed to. The same truth applies now. What feels confusing today may become the very thing that makes perfect sense tomorrow. There is a growing energy around your life right now. You may not be able to explain it, but you can feel it. Something feels different. Something feels unfinished, yet promising. It is like standing in darkness at just before sunrise. The sky still appears black, but the light is already on its way. You cannot see the sun yet, but you know Morning is coming. That is the season you are entering. You are standing between an old chapter that is ending and a new chapter that is preparing to begin. This transition may feel uncomfortable because growth often does, but discomfort is not a sign that you are lost. Sometimes it is a sign that transformation is taking place. The universe wants you to trust your inner knowing. There is a quiet voice within you that recognizes truth before logic can explain it. There is a feeling that appears before evidence arrives. There are moments when something simply feels right, even if you cannot understand why. Pay attention to those moments. Pay attention to the nudges, the instincts, and the feelings that continue returning to you. The universe often sends guidance through intuition long before physical confirmation arrives. The more you trust that inner knowing, the clearer the message becomes. This is not a coincidence. If you have been seeing repeating signs lately, there is a reason for it. The universe is trying to get your attention, not because something bad is coming, but because something important is approaching. Sometimes signs appear to prepare you. Sometimes they appear to reassure you. Sometimes they appear simply to remind you that you are not alone. The next time you notice a strange coincidence, do not dismiss it immediately. Pause, reflect. Ask yourself what message might be hidden within that moment. Often, the answers arrive when you stop forcing them and simply become willing to notice. Something is already moving behind the scenes, even now. While you are listening to these words, circumstances are shifting, energies are changing. The future is arranging itself in ways that cannot yet be seen. The opportunity meant for you is finding its way toward you. The answer you have been searching for is getting closer. The breakthrough you have been waiting for is already taking shape. You do not need to chase it. You do not need to force it. You only need to remain open enough to recognize it when it arrives. The universe wants you to know that you are more supported than you realize. During the moments when you felt alone, guidance was still present. During the moments when you felt uncertain, your path was still unfolding. During the moments when you questioned everything, unseen forces continued working on your behalf. Nothing you have experienced has been wasted. Every challenge taught you something. Every delay strengthened you. Every disappointment redirected you. Every lesson prepared you for the chapter that is now approaching. The sign is closer than you think. It may arrive through an unexpected conversation. It may arrive through a dream that feels more real than usual. It may arrive through a sudden opportunity you never saw coming. It may arrive through a person, a message, a coincidence, or a realization that changes everything. However it arrives, you will recognize it. Deep inside, something will tell you that this is what you have been waiting for. You will feel it. You will know it. And in that moment, many of the questions you have been carrying will finally begin to make sense. You were guided here for a reason. This message did not appear in your life by accident. The universe wanted you to hear these words today. It wanted to remind you that faith matters most when the path ahead is unclear. It wanted to remind you that answers often arrive when you least expect them. It wanted to remind you that the future is not something you must fear. The future is something that is already moving toward you. So trust the timing, trust the process, trust the signs that continue appearing in your path, trust the feeling in your heart that tells you something is changing, because something is already moving behind the scenes. The sign is closer than you think. The confirmation you have been waiting for is approaching. The breakthrough you have been hoping for is approaching. And when it finally arrives, you will understand why everything happened exactly the way it did. The universe wants you to know one final thing. You do not need to see the entire path today. You do not need all the answers right now. You only need enough faith to take the next step. The future meant for you is already reaching toward you. The opportunities meant for you are already finding you. The guidance you seek is already on its way. Trust, believe, stay open, because your sign is approaching. Your next chapter is approaching, and when it arrives, you won't be able to ignore it.